Hello, fellow gamers, and welcome to the Video Gamers Podcast. Gamescom had a ton of news, but they especially had a section just for the indies, which means I have to talk about it. Cult of the Lamb is getting a massive story DLC and a fresh look at our favorite game, Super Meat Boy 3D, and so much more. I am your host, Ace, and joining me, he's been waiting so long for Silksong, all his hair fell out. It's Josh.
You know, that's your first ball joke, Ace, and I'm okay with that, man. I'm all right with that. And yes, my hair did fall out while I was waiting for Silksong. Bro, do you know how old I was when I started going bald? Like legitimately,
No,
I was 24, dude. Like,
oh,
I mean,
really?
I had hair, but like, it was like, I didn't realize every guy that goes bald has that moment where you see a photo or a picture of yourself from behind and you're like, what the heck? And then you're like, wait a minute. And then you're like, oh my gosh, am I going bald? Like, is that a bald spot? Yeah, that happened for me. Like, I think it was like 24, 25, dude. Like,
If it happens to me, I don't know what's going on because it does not run in my family.
Yeah.
My dad is like full salt and pepper.
I just embraced it. I was like, okay, I'm a bald guy. I'm not going to
Hey,
fight
you pull
it.
off bald well,
I'm
my
not going to be
friend.
the guy that like tries to like brush my bangs really far down or like, takes it from the side and tries to like brush it over or something. I was just like, okay, apparently I'm meant to be a bald guy. And so I'm just going to roll
Could you
with
imagine
it,
like
so.
Kratos with a wig?
Yeah,
Just
right.
like...
Dude, okay. I saw a meme one time where somebody put a wig on Kratos and I was like, what the heck is this? Like, no. Oh, man.
That would kill me if I ever saw that.
My brain did not like it at all.
But welcome in, everybody. We are back to talk about Gamescom, which is just the gift that keeps on giving, if I'm being
It really
honest.
is, dude.
There was so much news at Gamescom. They even had a dedicated segment just for the indies, which made my life so much easier. Like, you have no idea. There was a ton of indies, so I went ahead and picked out some of the best ones. But starting off, I want to talk about not even a full game, but just an expansion to a really well-known indie called Cult of the Lamb. How familiar are you with Cult of the Lamb?
All right. So I know of this game. I have wanted to play this game. I have actually looked at this game and hovered over the download button or the buy button on this. And then I remember that it has a very big like sim element to it. And then I'm like, what am I doing? I'm not going to like this game, dude. But I'm very curious about Cult of the Lamb. And you've played this, right?
I've beaten Cult of the Lamb.
Beaten it.
The original.
Okay, how do you like it? How would you rate it?
I love Cult of the Lamb.
Give me on a scale of 1 to 10. How would you rate Cult of the Lamb?
I would give it an 8.5 out of 10.
Pretty good praise.
From when I played
Pretty good praise.
It's really good. Yeah, if you like dungeon crawling roguelikes like that, like
I do.
Which you do, and you like, those random builds and action and crazy bosses, it's really good if you can get past the sim stuff you don't like.
Now, is the sim stuff the permanent progression?
It is.
Type part
That's
of it?
where you get your permanent progression, like your extra lives and your bonuses and things like that. So like you'll build the buildings and things like that where you can bring your followers in and they'll pray to you, and that unlocks a new ability or a new thing you could find in the dungeon.
Dude, there are I say I don't like sim games, but it's like stealth, right? Like I love stealth when it's like a moderate amount of stealth and it's just it's like an accent to the game itself. I hate all stealth games. Like if it's just pure stealth. So it's like, I have to wonder with Cult of the Lamb, is that little bit of the sim part, like, is that like, it's not so much to where I'm like, oh, this is fantastic, dude. Like I can totally get behind this. Or is it going to be like, you had such a good game and then you ruined it with the sim part? Like, I don't know. I'm going to try this game at some point, dude.
I feel like it'll end up like falling into building a factory and satisfactory kind of moment. Like, this is the stuff I need to get done to unlock this so I can do this. Like it'll become like a list thing, less of a chore. If I'm honest, that's how I looked at it. Yeah. There are like things that are a chore, like cleaning up the bodies and things like that early on, but that's just the darker parts of Cult of the Lamb. But, Cult of the Lamb is getting a massive story expansion next year.
I did not. I'm going to be honest. I didn't know this game had a story, Ace.
Cult of the Lamb has a story.
Aren't you trying to be like the deity or something?
You are like this dismissed god, basically, and you're going to go take down all three of the other gods so you can take your place as the only remaining
Okay,
god.
that's fair. I can totally get behind that.
But you have to build up your power before you can take
That's how
them
I live
on.
my life, Ace.
Building up your power before you can
Just
take
trying to
people
take over the
on. What kind
world.
of life are you
Yeah.
living? You going to take on the gods of
Just
Olympus
trying
in
to
your
take
free
over the
time?
world, man. Just like everybody else out there.
Fair enough. Dude, they showed off a little bit of what they're adding. It's kind of insane. It looks like they've got a whole new dungeon. You've got new weapons, new charms, new things like that, as well as a whole new like base camp to set up your followers and stuff like that.
So
I was
this is
thoroughly
like
impressed.
full-fledged expansion or like
Full-fledged
DLC.
expansion,
not
This
just
is like
a
their
tiny
first
little
paid one,
$10 DLC where it's like, cool, you get like 3 hours of gameplay out of this. Like this is actual like massive DLC.
This seems like it's a massive scope DLC, like something they've been working on for a long time. And something to say about Cult of the Lamb is the devs have never stopped supporting it. It gets constant updates and free like additions and things like that. The only thing they charge for is like skins for their followers. That's it.
How many of those have you bought, Ace?
I've bought none. I've bought none of the skins for Cult of the Lamb.
Wow, why do you hate this game so much?
I don't hate it. They just didn't have any when I was playing it. All right. And I haven't gone back to like playing the new content.
That's the new test for Ace. It's like, oh, you didn't buy any skins. This must not be very good.
Oh, it must not be a very good game if you didn't buy the Ultra Premium Edition.
Oh, man.
My spouse actually specifically really likes Cult of the Lamb, so they're the one I let test everything for me with Cult of the Lamb.
I'm very curious about this game, dude. Like I said, I will at one point wind up trying it and seeing like what it's about, because like we were talking before we actually hit record, dude, the reviews on Cult of the Lamb for anybody like me that have not actually played the game are astronomically good, dude. Overwhelmingly positive, which is a 96% out of 51,000 reviews. This is an indie game. 51,000 reviews, 96% overwhelmingly positive, and 96% over the last 30 days out of 881 reviews. So there's obviously something about this game that resonates with people. So I need to try it at some point.
Yeah, you absolutely should. You should do yourself a favor and try it. And if the DLC comes out and it's like also getting rave reviews, maybe we'll look into deep diving that one.
Yeah.
I think that'd be worth our time. But moving on, we are looking at Deep Dish Dungeon.
Okay.
Bro, all right.
I'm just going to stop you right here. I didn't see no pizza. I didn't see no pizza. You cannot name your game Deep Dish Dungeon and then not have pizza in your game.
There might be pizza. It might be rat pizza. I don't know.
And it does look like maybe there's rat pizza in here, but they showed off some cooking. So I kept waiting because they're showing you like bringing a rat to the pot and you're making a stew and you're combining ingredients. And I'm like, okay, well, I've done this before. And I'm like, I kept waiting the whole trailer, Ace. I kept waiting. And I'm like, when is the pizza coming out? And there's no freaking pizza.
No pizza. There's no pizza in this dungeon crawler.
You can't mess with our emotions like that. Okay, that's not the right thing to do as a developer, to be like, hey, Deep Dish Dungeon. And I'm like, oh, sweet. Like, is this the quest for the ultimate pizza? Like, what's going on here?
No pizza involved at all. It's about cooking monsters.
Yeah, wow.
Kind of like this anime I watched. It was called Delicious in Dungeon, where they actually cook the monsters to survive and things like that.
Behind that,
it's a cool
idea. What monster do you
like,
think is
genuinely
the tastiest?
Oh, the tastiest? Maybe like a naga or something like similar to that, or a minotaur. A minotaur.
Too human-like. I couldn't eat a minotaur.
Yeah, but he's got part cow.
I mean,
like
beef is delicious.
What about like a cockatrice?
Yeah, see, there you go. Now you're getting into like a displacer beast, maybe.
Maybe a displacer beast.
My mind goes to displacer beast right away. I don't know why, but that's the most
living mushroom.
Yeah,
I hate mushrooms, but I guess that'd be. I hate them.
Dragon? Yeah. I feel like dragon would be too tough. It's like the exotic meat, but I feel like it'd be too tough. And you're like, you don't want to eat dragon.
Mermaid would make me feel weird.
Oh, that's not a bad choice, actually.
Yeah. Oh, so mermaid isn't too far, but minotaur is.
Not to get on a sidetrack here, but is it better if the bottom half is animal or okay? So like, as weird as this is, I think I could eat a centaur before I could eat a minotaur. It is like the bottom half. If the bottom half looks human, that throws me off. Like, but a centaur or like a mermaid, I think I'd be okay. Are you the other way? Are you telling me that's wrong?
I think I'm the other way. Yeah,
really?
like I'd rather. Yeah, I don't really want to see the face of a human when I'm carving them.
I don't. But it's the body. You eat the body of like a cow. You know, you're not eating the face of a cow. So like, give me the body of a cow.
Minotaur is all cow. So like, it's just like a cow. I know,
but I'm saying,
muscles.
But you give me the body of a cow, it feels like it's a cow at that point. But if you give me a minotaur and then I'm like, bro, this is like a human. Look at, he's got like human legs and a waist. Like I can't. Am I supposed to eat the top part? Okay, chat. Listen, chat. Leave us a comment. I need an answer to this question.
Somebody just tell us, what is it ethical to eat a minotaur?
Well, no, we're not talking about ethics. I just want to know how people's brains work, okay? I want to know, in your brain, leave a comment on this episode. I need to know which one you think is more appropriate to eat. Ethics aside, if you had to pick, are you going with the bottom half being the animal or the top half being the animal?
All right, well, okay. I know what the poll for
this episode Deep Dish Dungeon.
Deep Dish Dungeon.
This game looks great, honestly. I'm kind of
this looks fun. Dude. It's a 3D first-person dungeon crawler that you can play with friends, up to 4 players, which already you've got my attention. Yep. It combines survival, crafting, and exploration with Metroidvania elements, which
wait, Metroidvania
the magic word
elements in this dungeon crawler?
Yeah, man. That's what it said. I think we'll probably find like things that help us access new areas deeper in the dungeons or make us, stronger.
I'm kind
or
of in for that, man.
Yeah, like maybe you find something like I would consider like similar like Dark Souls where you need the ring to get into the abyss. Okay. Maybe it's something like that. Like you find a ring that opens the abyss and now you can walk through or whatever. This just looks like such a unique, cool idea. And the first thing I thought of when I saw it based on the low poly graphics was this reminds me so much of Abiotic Factor.
It does, dude. I got the same vibe from this game where it's like, look, low graphics, but really in-depth looking gameplay, and it looks like it is just fun, dude. Like, yeah, it's weird because Abiotic Factor, we played it together. We've said that before, but it's like, it is one of the most fun, caught me completely by surprise survival crafting games that I've played in a very long time. I cannot recommend Abiotic Factor enough to people. And I know it looks a little weird, but it's like, but it's just such a good game. Deep Dish Dungeon, lack of pizza aside, looks very similar to where I'm like, bro, I think this is just going to be a lot of fun.
I love the idea of Deep Dish Dungeon, not only doing it with your friends, but killing these monsters and unlocking recipes for how to cook them. It's like, all right, guys, I killed the giant spider. Who wants the leg?
I'm not much of a cooker in games, I'll be honest. Like, Paul's always been the chef and the cooker in a game that we've played. Like, Ryan, will cook up some stuff. You cook up. I don't know. I'm not good at that, right? I'm good at like going out and exploring and like fighting and bringing things back and like material harvesting. That's why you starve to death and grounded so often. Right, yeah. Like honestly, like I'm good at like gathering mats too. Like I find that's fun, right? But it's like but this game looks like it does it kind of neat. Like the whole like bringing the rat back to the stew pot, and that's like it's like a slow march, and I'm kind of like, all right, what you gonna do with that rat? Oh, they're gonna eat it. Okay.
Oh, you know where that rat's going. Yeah. You knew where that rat was going the moment you picked it up.
Right into my belly.
I'm very interested to see where this one goes. Like a survival game set in a dungeon, like specifically, like you stay in the dungeon is a very unique take.
Yeah. I just love dungeon crawler games. I've always been a fan of D&D, and it's like you're giving me this kind of like exploring this deep, dark dungeon with your friends. There is combat in the game as well. And I don't know, man. I'm kind of in on Deep Dish Dungeon, and maybe
lack of pizza aside, Deep Dish Dungeon.
It's kind of like the cake in Portal, right? Where it's like you're doing all this for the slice of cake, right? And it's like maybe in this game,
pizza's a lie.
How dare you? How dare you? Mace? Pizza. It better be a pizza at the end of this.
Maybe there is a pizza at the end of the dungeon. Maybe that's what we're after. Oh man, I couldn't imagine. Moving on, though, from Deep Dish Dungeon to a game that is nothing like it.
Nothing.
Good Boy. What a weird little game. It's like a cozy Metroidvania is what it touts itself as. But specifically, you're going to hate this word. They call it a Petroidvania. Okay. All right. If you're not watching the video, okay. I want everyone to go back a few seconds and look at Josh's face when I said the
stupidest word I have ever heard. Did the developers come up with this?
I think so.
Okay. Ace, do you remember how I hinted before we started recording that I said there's
This
one
one?
game on this list that I absolutely hate more than anything else?
It's this
It
one?
is this game, dude. Look, I have sleep issues, right? I don't sleep very good. I have an overactive brain. I just don't get a lot of sleep because my brain there is no better drug in the world than watching the trailer for this game called Good Boy, because I wanted to fall asleep. I did fall asleep, and then in my sleep I went into a coma because this game looks so boring to me. And then you come out and tell me that they've dubbed it a Petroidvania. Like,
Yeah.
I might hate this game more than anything else in life, dude. Like, honestly. And it's
Oh,
a
come on.
robot. It's like it's Wall-E.
The concept is
It's
cool.
Wall-E, but he's got like a platform instead. But I'm watching this trailer and I'm like, I hate everything about this. Like, literally everything. And look, I know there's people
the
out there.
concept is cool.
Is
all right?
it?
Yeah,
What?
it's the consciousness of a dog has been placed into a rover that is now set to collect samples
Notice
on
they
this
called it
alien
a
planet.
rover because it's like, people called their dogs Rover, and you got to make that link, right?
Well, yeah, clearly.
Yeah, dude.
They were going.
Okay.
They were going
Also,
for
how do
that.
we upload a dog's consciousness into a robot?
I don't know.
Shouldn't we be uploading like human consciousness into a robot?
He's got a human companion in the trailer.
Dude,
It's
I
like-
hate this game. I hate this game so much. I hate it. Look, I know this is no shade to the developers except for your really bad Petroidvania thing. Let's not do that ever again, okay? But it's like does this game look cute? It does look cute, right? Like the little robot, and this is trying to make him look all adorable, and I'm like, I hate it. This is just dumb. I don't want to be this robot. Get off my screen.
I kind of had a feeling when I saw how slow the rover moved when I sent you this. I was like, all right, there's
He's
two
got a
ways
little
this
net.
goes.
He catches there's a little bug in front of him.
He
Little net
catches
comes out
animals.
of his little rover body, and it just captures the little bug. And I'm like, I hate that too. Like, why would you care about that bug? And where the heck did that net come from?
He's collecting samples.
Yeah.
That's what he's supposed to do. He's
Really?
being a good boy.
Yeah.
That's the whole.
And
the
I
whole
hate
thing.
that reference too. Okay, like I really just. I'm sorry to the devs on this one, but I hate everything about your game.
Well, I think this is going to end up being one of those ones that on the outside it looks very smooth and cozy and happy, but it's going to have like a soul-wrenching, heart-ripping story hidden underneath
Good.
that hurts people.
You mean the robot's gonna die? Good.
I think we're going to find out why
Good.
the dog's in
I
the
hope
robot,
that robot
possibly.
dies. The robot's stupid.
That's the same as saying I hope the dog dies in the
The dog's
movie.
already
That's
dead. It's been uploaded into a robot.
It's still in. It's alive.
It's not alive.
consciousness.
It's trapped in a robot's body. Like, the dog can't go to dog heaven. This is the saddest game I've ever seen. Let the dog go. Walk the rainbow bridge, doggy. Why is this robot holding him hostage? He just like, come on, man.
He went where no dogs
I hate
gone
this
before.
game.
Okay. This isn't the worst fate for a dog sent into space, but I get it.
All joking aside, I really do hate this games.
All joking, that is hilarious. That you would just say, all joking aside, I hate this.
It's the truth.
Okay, well, before we move on to a game maybe you don't hate, I think it's time we take a little break.
All right.
Okay, we are back.
I still hate the dog, or not the dog, the robot. I hate the robot. I want the dog to enjoy its afterlife.
You don't even know what the dog looks like.
I didn't even know it was a dog, man. I just thought it was the robot the whole time, but now it's even worse. All right.
Someone doesn't
Sorry.
enjoy Petroidvanias.
Don't say that again, Ace. That word is banned on this podcast. No?
All right, I want you to do your best to describe this game. Den Shatak.
Oh my goodness.
Describe it for me. What is
Dude,
it?
it's like a fever dream is what this is. It's a fever dream where you are a train car.
Yeah.
You're a train car that's like you're in this fever dream, but also it's like Tony Hawk where you're doing rail grinds and wall rides and stuff. Look, I'll be honest with you. The second this trailer started, I was like, what the heck is this? But the longer it went, Ace, I kind of was like, I think
Doesn't
I
it get
might
cool?
like this. I think
It's so cool.
I think I might like this, man.
Like the part where he jumps off the tracks onto the Ferris wheel and he takes the Ferris wheel across the water. It's like, oh,
this feels like a fever dream to me, but in like the kind of coolest, like weird way. And then I kind of think I'm in on this one, man.
I mean, from what I could see, we had like, it has tons of level variety and boss fights too.
Yeah.
How do you put boss fights into like a stunt trick?
You're a
rail
train
grinder
car.
like this?
You're a train car doing rail grinds, ollie kick flips, like wall rides. You're like pulling a Ferris wheel off its mounts and riding the Ferris wheel through a level now. Like I said, it's like an acid trip / fever dream, but I'm kind of here for it, dude.
This is what we talk about when we say like indie games really push the boundaries of what's unique and interesting. Like this stands out.
Whoever came up
so
with this
bright
idea
and colorful.
had way too many cups of sake one night and then just went, you know what, dude? You know what we need to do? We need to make this game. We need it to be the most colorful, in your face, like just eye bleeding, like visuals. But also let's just make it a train car that's doing all this. And it's like, and then somebody was like, yeah, man.
That's a great idea.
That's a great idea. Let's do it. And then they did it. And then it's like, okay, I'm kind of glad you guys did this, man.
Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to this one. And I never heard of it until Gamescom. So thank you, Gamescom, because holy moly.
I love the Gamescom like had a devoted indie section, dude. Kudos to them. I love giving indie developers their time in the spotlight. I love bringing awareness to some of these games. Yeah, man, I like this game I'm very interested in this Danshatak. It's like,
yeah, I don't know how you say it, so I'm just going to say Danshatak.
Yeah.
I don't want to accidentally say it with like an accent or anything.
Yeah.
Like the trailer did, but I'm very excited for this one. All right, moving on to one we are familiar with. We got to see a little bit more of Super Meat Boy 3D.
Oh, buddy. I'm in.
Dude.
I'm in.
I'm into.
I'm in.
I'm already in.
I never played Super Meat Boy, and I'm in on this. I never played Super Meat Boy, dude. Ever.
Oh, dude. You love a good platformer. You should
it looks fantastic.
You should definitely try
it's hard. I like that. It's quick. I like that. It's like twitchy. I like that. It's over the top. Like everything about it is like, I should play this, and then I've just never played it. And then now I get it where it's in 3D. We've talked about this before, but we got a longer look at this, and I am absolutely in on Super Meat Boy 3D, dude. Like fully.
I liked one of the specific things they talked about when they were showing off the game was that they left the camera static, so that was one less thing you had to think about while you're trying to run through these 3D levels, which that's so perfect for Super Meat Boy because that's what it was. The camera was static in the 2D levels, so you didn't have to try to mess with that while also doing, wall bounces and slides and things like that.
Yeah. I think that was really smart. They talked about the tempo of like levels and stuff too, where it's like, they seem very aware of like, hey, this is a very difficult platformer. You're going to die 1,000 times, but they're not just making it difficult for the sake of difficulty. They're just like, it's on you. Like you have to be good to get through the level. And I love that, man. Like
it's all skill.
That's put it on me. Those are the kind of games I love. This is why I love Dark Souls. Like everything about Super Meat Boy 3D just interests me, dude. I love the fact that they've updated the graphics. I cannot wait to play this game.
He's a little smoother than I would expect him to be in 3D. I kind of expect him to be like chunkier, like ground beef, but I guess that's not the kind of meat he is.
I'm pretty sure he's a meatball, isn't he? He's like a pate, like a blended up pate.
I don't know if we want to know what kind of meat he is.
I don't know. He's a tenderized meat because this guy gets pummeled a lot. Well, that was the other thing that they were talking about is like how many different animations they have for how he dies. And I'm like, this is great, man. Like sometimes it gets sliced, sometimes it gets smushed, sometimes it gets grated. Like, and they put all this in the game, and I'm just like, these are the little details that I love.
That was like one of my favorite things about Crash Bandicoot was like how he died would always be different depending how it happened.
Yeah.
So like seeing that in an indie game like Super Meat Boy is like, okay. I love when we see like inspirations like that take form.
Yeah.
And like effort into small things like that only like the most dedicated person would notice.
Yeah. Super Meat Boy is an absolute must play for me. We talked about this before, but this will absolutely be my like foray into this franchise, and I can't wait to get my hands on this one.
I'm curious how into it you'll get, if you'll be like to the point where you want to do all the levels plus the dark worlds, or if you're just gonna get through the main game. You're like, that was hard.
If I know my attention span, it'll be just get through the main levels. You know,
Yeah,
it's kind of like Celeste. Like I loved Celeste, but I ain't doing the like side.
You didn't do the B-sides?
I did a couple of the B-sides, but but then there's like C-sides and stuff. And I saw some
I didn't
levels,
do the C-sides.
I saw some levels where I'm like, bro, this is like the Mario level where it's just like 1,000 of the little fire things wheeling around and it gives you anxiety. And it's like, I don't want to do that. Like, I'd rather just move on to a new game at that point.
That's fair. All right, moving on to another platformer, this time a 2D platformer called Rebounder. I think this game looks gorgeous. It has a distinct like print art aesthetic with that like almost pen and ink style. What did you think of this? Like, I think it looks incredible.
All right, Ace. So do you remember how I told you that there was a game on this list that
there was always supposed to be one?
There is only one because I think this game looks great, dude.
Oh,
I love the art style on this. I love it. I had to throw you off, man. It's funny because you said, I said this and you were like, I bet it's Rebounder. And I'm like, I think Rebounder looks great, dude. Like,
I'm sure. All right.
I love the little weird traily, like, hose,
the
thingy?
Rebound,
the
rebound hose.
What is that? Like, do you have to worry about it getting caught on things? Like, apparently not. But this looks like a very well done platformer with a really neat. I don't even know the type of art style that you would.
It's hard to describe. It's like
colors that don't mesh well, but then it's like it's almost like a negative, right? Like a photo negative, right? Where it's like your brain can understand it. But it's like you're seeing everything in like the reverse color wheel or something. I don't know, but I thought Rebounder looked really good, dude. Like
it looks like a very
I don't know that I'll
knit.
pick it up because it's just kind of like is this just another platformer? Like, I don't know, but everything about it looks smooth. I like the fact that they have this weird thing where the guy like carries this little egg or something and he throws it, but you can carry it for as long as you want, but you throw it and it gives you like a double jump, but you have to like jump off of it or something.
It's kind of like the old Mario where you have to throw the shell at the
right?
wall.
Yeah,
and jump
exactly.
On. It's exactly like that.
It looks difficult. It looks very well done. The color scheme / art style on this is really neat looking to me. I just don't know that I'll remember to like actually try to dive into this.
I think I like the skill.
You know,
I think I like the skill.
Maybe. I mean, it definitely looks difficult
I'll be
at the same time. Like I'm very curious on this one. And again, this is no shade to the game itself, but I just think that this is one where it's like, I'll forget about it. And is other than the colorful, like I say colorful, it's weird. It's a weird art style.
It's so hard.
It's like one color is like over accentuated and then other colors are like muted or like grainy almost. That's hard to describe, but I do think it looks really well done. I just don't know that I'll ever wind up actually playing this one.
That's fair. It's an incredible looking game, but I just don't know. Like, I want other people to know about it because there's people out there like where we say like precision platformer with a comic book style almost. Like that catches people's attention.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I'm looking for something like that.
It looks, like I said, it looks really well done to me.
So I wanted to make sure it got its due, time in the sun here. But I agree with you. I don't know if I'll remember this when it comes out, but I kind of hope I do. All right, we got one left. This one, I've seen this one before, but I was so happy to see it come back. Esoteric Ebb. You and I are both big fans of Disco Elysium.
Yes.
We love that style of game. We love specifically Disco Elysium. I haven't actually seen anyone pull it off outside of that.
Right.
What were your first thoughts? Just first thoughts when you saw this.
I think it looks fantastic, dude. Out of all the games on this list, this might be the one that interests me like the most. I absolutely will play Super Meat Boy 3D, but this game just looks like it's like it was made so well, dude. Like, I don't know, man. I like the fact that you're like the worst cleric ever.
The worst cleric.
I like the fact that it's rooted in like Dungeons and Dragons lore with the rolls and the stats and stuff like that. There is everything about this game I think looks really well done. It looks right up my alley. I like the silliness of it. I like the Dungeons and Dragons aspect. I like the fact that you're the worst cleric in the world. I like the fact that it even says like you can try to beat this campaign or you can absolutely ruin this campaign. So I like that like your choices matter and you can play this game like you want. It just checks like every box to me. Like the art style looks good. It looks very like cartoony, kind of almost cell shaded in a way.
Yeah, it's almost cell shaded in a way.
But yeah, I didn't know this existed until you gave me this list of games and you were like, check these out. And then I was like, this Esoteric Ebb game looks really good, dude. Like really good.
I agree. I liked how in the trailer they pointed out like if you fail a check, there's usually something in the environment you could do to help extend that. And it's like, oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
That was always something I liked about Disco. You could find something to tinker with or mess with. It's like, and if that doesn't do it, there's always gear you could put on.
Yeah. And like there is like, there's RPG elements to this. The choices that you get to make in this game, I think are what are really going to make it. Like this kind of discovery aspect, right? Like you do get gear. It explains things to you. I think you can kind of dig into things a little bit if you want, but then it gives you these like skill check options and it's like, well, which one do you want to try to do? And then you're like, I don't know, man. Like, do I have a better chance if I try this skill check over this one, but I'm higher level in this one, but it's going to be more difficult. I'd like that option because I like when games make me think. And I feel like this game is going to make you consider your choices. I think it's going to reward you for exploring. You're going to get that kind of RPG carrot to like chase a little bit of progression and discovery and stuff like that. I am very interested in this game, dude. It looks really good. I think the trailer does a really good job of kind of showcasing what this game's going to be. And again, I love the D&D kind of elements that it's based on. And it looks humorous at the same time, which is a fantastic
It does look very funny,
dude. Like it's kind of got everything.
Watching a guy in like full plate mail armor get attacked by a seagull is pretty funny.
Yeah, or putting a pot on his head because he needs a helmet, but now he can't see, and it's like, but he's the worst cleric. And you're like, you have a party, and it's like you're supposed to be healing people and keeping everybody alive, but it's like, but I suck at this, and I don't know. I like that angle. I like the leaning into like, I'm just bad.
This is like if you took Harry Dubois and dropped him into Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, kind of, and said, hey, just go, or like, Harry Dubois, do you want to try doing a Dungeons and Dragons campaign? And he's like, yeah, sure. But he has no clue how to play it. He's just thrown in there. He's making all these nonsensical decisions. And it's like, and now your party's just kind of stuck with this like wild card. And that's kind of what this game is.
I'm hungry for a CRPG, man. A good CRPG that, since I don't want to replay Disco again. I've already done it.
Yeah.
But man, I am hungry for a good CRPG.
Yeah, I get super into CRPGs, but I also need to know that I'm going to dedicate like 80 hours to this. And so they're a little daunting, but they're one of my favorite genres because when you get into one, I get so into them, dude. Baldur's Gate 3 is the last one that I've really, really gotten into, but I love the genre, but it's like there are a lot of mid-tier ones out there, and it's like I don't want to play a mid-tier because I know I'm going to sink 80 hours in, right? So it's like I need to know that 80 hours is going to be like really interesting and well spent. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
To where I don't want to put 80 hours into a 7 out of 10 CRPG, but this
I think that's completely fair.
This game looks really good, dude.
I agree. I'm very much looking forward to Esoteric Ebb, and I will say it had I guess it had a demo for a little bit up on Steam. And when people played that demo, super highly rated.
Really? Okay. I didn't even know there was a demo.
Loved it.
There's not a demo right now, which is unfortunate. But if people got a chance to play it and it got a lot of praise, that's a good sign.
Do you know how I know that? It's on our curators page on Steam.
Good job, Jigglepuf.
That's how I know the demo was good. Good job, Jiggle. Thanks for covering my butt.
There you go.
But those are the indies that stood out to me specifically. I would love for you guys to go down in the comments, Spotify comments, YouTube comments, wherever you are. Tell me what indie stood out to you from the Gamescom showcase. I'd love to know. And Josh, you know what question I'm going to ask. What 2 of these games are you looking forward to the most?
I'm going to go Super Meat Boy 3D.
Yeah, that's mine too.
Okay. I know I just got done like really hyping up Esoteric Ebb.
Uh-huh.
But I kind of think Deep Dish Dungeon could be a lot of fun, dude.
That's where I'm at too.
Okay, because that's the 2 I'm picking. And I know that people are going to be like, wait, you just got done talking about Esoteric Ebb. But a Deep Dish Dungeon could be like the surprise hit, like Abiotic Factor was, man.
Yeah, and we will always pick multiplayer over single player when it comes to our group.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like almost always, unless it's like God of War or something. And then we're like, man, see you,
yeah,
suckers.
give me fun with my friends. Give me progression and things for us to work towards, and the rest will like kind of work itself out. And Deep Dish Dungeon, as much as it looks like the graphics are from like the late 90s or maybe even early 90s, I don't know. There's just something about it that I could see being a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think that'll be a great time. There's obviously going to be some surprises there that I can't wait to see.
Yeah.
Like a spider dropping down on someone's face and they just start screaming.
Or we just cook Ryan instead.
Oh, we could maybe.
Right.
That'd be hilarious if they let you cook the other players.
It's like, why are you guys looking at me funny? And it's like, we're really hungry. And I was like, no, get away from me, man.
You didn't bring anything back from the hunt, Ryan.
You said you were going to bring back a rat.
Where's the rat, Ryan? What kind of hunter are you? But yeah, that's everything from the Indie Gamescom showcase. So if you are not following the show, you should do that so you can continue to get our episodes that we put out. What is it? 3 times a week?
3 times a week, man.
3 times a week. Do you realize how many episodes that is? That's a lot.
That's a lot.
I can get you through work.
Yeah.
I get through like a good bit of your work week. I'll be honest. I still listen to our own show. That's right. I do.
I listen too, actually. Believe it. Yeah, I do. I want to kind of know like what the listeners hear, you know, and there's times where I'm like, we can do better at that, or like, oh, that was really good. So yeah, I listen too.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And if you're really, really, really enjoying our show, you could leave us 5 stars, write us a review. And if you want to go that extra mile, you could subscribe to our Patreon and become one of our Patreon members. You get access to a post and pre-show content, which there's a lot of it for these last 2 episodes, I'll say. We like to yap. And you'll also, if you go to the Epic tier and above, we'll get access to the vote that lets you hijack one of the hosts to play a game.
Yep.
Which is huge.
Yeah. We do.
Don't you want to make us play something? Because you feel
we
like
don't have a choice. We have to play a game. We do a full episode on what we thought about that game. People get credit for it. You know, it's awesome, man. It's a lot of fun. We're gamers just like everybody else, and our goal has always been to just be the gamers like everybody out there. And so that's why we do it like that. And it's a lot of fun. So
yeah. And of course, if you are not in our Discord, join our Discord. Absolutely. Come join our Discord. We're like, what, 1,100 gamers strong at this point. We're always active. That's where you'll get the notifications when we go live on Twitch. You'll get to talk with us every morning. Every morning, me and Josh say hi to everyone, like without fail. I don't think there's ever been a day we missed.
I don't think so.
We are pretty consistent.
Unlike Ryan, who has just been ignoring everybody for the last like 5 days.
Bro, he's been ignoring me.
I know.
Well, he's definitely going to ignore them.
I know. This guy gets a little bit of fame, and then it just goes to his head.
I know. He thinks he's too good for us now. He's going to go join one of those other gaming podcasts. Maybe one where EA pays people to talk about Battlefield 6.
Yeah, then Brian's going to be like, I'm back, guys.
But yeah, thank you so much for listening. And until next time, happy gaming.
Good Boy sucks.